What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Keita J. Oh, and I'm playing with my hair. This is my hair today. Yeah, this is one of my wrap scarves. This is about the only fake hair you'll see me with right about now. As you know, my hair is natural, and yeah, this is about it. This is all you'll see. This is all you'll see Keita J with. Now, I had a little something on my heart, so I'm going to get right to it. Because I know how these videos go. And I'm not that important. Trust and believe, but I will be. To me, I am, but I will be. Okay, so last night I tossed and turned a little bit in my sleep. And I was receiving this message last night. And it was about family. It was about the treatment that you get as a kid, which we kind of can't shake as a kid because, you know, we're not fully there yet. You know, all we know is the feeling from everything. So I wanted to say, yeah, growing up, and I know a lot of us have dealt with this, and you don't know that this energy from being a kid can grow into being an adult. So we have to kind of channel that energy and feeling that we've had as a kid, because we can kind of, you know, react on it, you know, in a negative way. And I don't want to, I've never wanted to be that type of female where I let my past come into my future or my present. So, you know, just thinking about when I was younger, and my mom had me at 15 years old. So, you know, already I'm with a kid that's trying to be an adult, you know, and sometimes we're put in those positions. And then here it is, she's doing it by herself. She didn't really have any help from, you know, her mom put her out and things like that. So there was some issues with you know, with that situation, you know, but she came through. She was very independent. And I think I ended up taking on, you know, taking on that from her, you know, because she's still today a very independent person. And she always told me, you know, regardless of the fact, you always want to make sure that you're doing for yourself. She never told me to depend on anybody, always told me, and I watched her struggle as a parent and do it, a lot of it by herself. When I say a lot, pretty much 100%, you know. So I teach my kids about entrepreneurship, but you know, back then parents weren't really into that. They were about working, getting jobs and things like that. But getting to what I wanted to talk about, you know, my dad, I say so-called, you know, you can't help who brings you in this world. Good grief, you can't help. But all you can do is make your life better. Just know that you don't ever want to be like that. You know, he was very aloof, like, he's still here, but he wasn't there. His mind wasn't there. He didn't want to be a father. And I think, you know, I just, as growing up, you know, being at my grandmother's, my aunt would get me, I would go there out of the 12 kids. And, you know, it made it seem like, wow, out of all of these kids, you mean to tell me this is the only person that I could get in contact with to come over? You know, it was either her or nothing. You know, love my grandparents to death. You know, sometimes they would say, hey, but if she wasn't there, majority of the time I couldn't come over. So, you know, then there was an issue when I was there. You know, this man would walk past me. You know, I'm eating in the morning and I'm like, hey, I'm like 5, 6, you know, and he's walking past. Go to the refrigerator, walk right past. You know, don't say hello, don't say anything. And I'm asking her, hey, isn't that my dad? And she's like, yeah, you know, he didn't see you. Okay, I'm a ghost now. I'm a ghost. This man doesn't see me at all. And you mean to tell me kids won't have like that. That would not create an issue for a child growing up. I mean, I kind of at the time didn't really understand it, but you always know that kids don't forget a lot of things that bother them. And it was just something last night that was hitting me. And I just felt as though like, wow, I can't believe that I went through that as a kid. It was points in time, without I would, be with my mom and I would literally cry at night based on the fact that the treatment that I got and knowing that there was so much separatism with the family. I felt like I was separated, but everyone else was, together. And, still today, I kind of feel that way because they have relationships with each other and I'm not really included at some point. I might be invited to something, but, just not really, like I said, I'm to the point now where I'm over it. I'm not totally over it. As you can see, but at this point, I'm grown and I have my own life. I have my own children. I don't have time for that baggage. I'm moving to bigger and better things. And, I'll continue to meditate. This guy, there's been times that I've called him. He would get my number and I've called him. And his response would be, "What do I want? I hope you're not calling me for anything, any money and things like that." Now, I'm a grown adult and you're talking to me like that. Oh, no, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. Don't you ever come for me like that. First of all, you need to own up to your mistakes as a grown up. People, please don't mistreat your children. This is, more to the story. Just treat your kids with kindness because you're going to need your kids as you get over. As you get older, you're going to want your children to be there for you. So I can tell you right now, if something were to go wrong, I won't. That's just not me. Now, I feel like you've never been there for me. And I know sometimes they say forgive and forget, but it's hard to forget the mistreatment that you've gotten. It's almost like a slave master whipping you and you continue, you're escaping. And each time they catch you, you're escaping again because of the treatment. I never, ever want anybody to go through that. I would rather my father not be in my life than to be confusing to me as a child. So people, please treat your kids with kindness. Be respectful to them, don't curse them out and things like that, because I've heard that a lot as well. And I don't agree with parents cursing their kids out. There's a better way to handle it. Nobody's perfect, not even myself, but I just know I never want anybody to go through the things that, some other kids and myself have gone through. Because at this point, you just resent a lot of things, and then people wonder, why is it all about you? Why is it? It's not all about me, because I help out a lot. I do a lot. I've helped out many people. I've gone and done things for people, so I'm not gonna allow that to take over my life. But be careful, because you'll get it back, and you might get it back triple time. So that's my message to you today. Have a lovely day. Be successful. Know your worth, and moving forward. Enjoy.